another episode, but a very inspiring one. Why? Because people come with smiles. People break ice just like this and they make you smile. What is that secret? There is so much. On the outside, we imitate mirror neurons. We learn from our close ones. And there is inner peace, which is radiating as a aura, halo, and that magic is precious. So, I welcome Ruchi Mohunta ma'am, an angel, an expert, a purpose coach, a clarity coach, and an Ikigai expert. Let's learn from her. Welcome, Ruchi ma'am.
Thank you so much, Sunny. Sunny smiles. And right like the name you have kept, it's bringing a smile to my face, just smiling at you. Looking at you smile.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I'm the luckiest to learn from you. And yes, our audience is lucky to see you on this show with your big smile. So coming to you, what makes you you?
What makes me is my undying love for learning. My one thing, if I were to define myself in, I would say I'm a lifelong learner. Any new learning, anything which excites me, like you said, neurologically, there are new connections that happen. That's what really makes me me.
And going forward, learning, taking forward, what are 3 beautiful lessons of your life which you want to say, hey, 3 lessons and make your life aha?
Okay. So the first lesson is, again, taking from what I just said, what makes me is being a lifelong learner. Now, it doesn't matter whether you are doing it in a space where you are in your work field or whether you are doing it, even when you are, that is, learning does not only imply something in a profession, but learning is something that even if you are a homemaker, even if you are a parent, whatever be your designation right now, in your capacity, in your field, every single day, look at what can I learn new today. It can be as simple as saying, can I learn 3 new words today?
Yes.
Can I learn a new way of making the same dish all over again? Can I learn a new way of setting up my table? If I'm a teacher, can I learn how can I make this subject a little more application oriented for my children? If I am a parent, what can I do differently with my child? So being a lifelong learner and constantly wanting to innovate yourself, that's first thing, because that's where we get our enthusiasm and our energy from. The second thing I would say is to have a very clear clarity or clear understanding of what is in my control and what is not in my control. So your circle of concern and your circle of influence. Now, this is Stephen Covey's entire mantra of being proactive, which is habit number 1, which is all about saying, I write down quickly everything that I have a control over, which could be my health, my finances, my relationships that I want to put in from my end. My reading, my learning, my eating, my exercise, everything is about me. So this is under my control. What is not under my control? COVID is not under my control. Weather is not under my control. The way people behave towards me to some extent is in my control, but later it's their own understanding on how their story, whatever is their narratives, whatever is their story, they come from that space. So that's not in my control. So that's my circle of concern, but this is my circle of influence, which I can change and bring about, or I can do something about it. So when I look at my circle of concern, I make that as less as possible, because I'm concerned about a lot of things. So I can't sit here brooding and saying, "Arey COVID ho gaya, almost 1.5 saal ho gaye, 2 saal ho gaye, ab travel nahi ho raha," whatever. I can keep on brooding on this, or I can say, okay, कोविड हो गया, अब मैं घर पे हूँ, सब चीज ऑनलाइन हो रही है, कैन आई क्विकली लर्न सम डिजिटल टूल्स? सो दैट्स इन माय कंट्रोल. सो knowing the difference between circle of influence and circle of concern. And the third thing which I always live by, or which I feel, is just to give back one random act of kindness. If you can just do that, even if it means that you help a stranger cross the road, or if you are at the grocery store and you see that somebody is struggling and whatever, you offer to pay a part of their payment. Random acts of kindness. You don't know the people don't know you, your paths might never cross again, but that's when you are giving selflessly. Because even when we go and do, say, a charity in an orphanage or an old age home or whatever, somewhere we know we will get back something from them, whether it is recognition, whether your name comes up on their board of donors, whatever, we get something back. But only when we do random acts of kindness are we truly selflessly giving. And one random act of kindness every day, that's all. I'm not telling you कि भाई सुबह से शाम की एक लंबी लिस्ट बना लो क्या क्या करना है, but just be mindful and say one random act of kindness I will do, and you see how it makes you feel so happy. So those are my
Super.
3 mantras.
I loved it because I was only thinking of Dr. Kiran Bedi. Yes, she also said, one good deed a day, Sunny, and write down in your pocket in a diary. So this is the mantra given by her for the children. And I was also thinking, you gave a beautiful equation. Learning is equal to enthusiasm. Wow. Learning is energy. Great. And non-complaining and these acts of giving back is the secret of happiness. So I will not ask you again, hey, what is the secret of your happiness? Because you already said. Great. Now,
Yes.
you talk about purpose. You talk about ikigai. So thinking that, there's a lot of peer pressure, there's a lot of confusion, jobs are getting, changed, and they're changing at rapid speed. So what is your advice to all the parents, teachers? Because everybody is a career counselor just by looking at marks. Everybody is a career counselor just because the industry is booming. So what is that where we can balance, find out, hey, what am I good at? So
Yes.
please share the secret. Everybody is eager to know that.
So I also do some amount of career counseling. I don't help them with college admissions and all that, but I do work with a lot of teenagers, with a lot of midlife crisis people in their 30s and 40s who have suddenly woken up and said, "Bas ho gaya, mujhe aur computer engineering nahi karni hai. I'm done with this."
Correct.
So at that time, what I do with them is a very simple exercise, and it comes straight from ikigai, which is your whole purpose of living, the Japanese methodology. But I loved the methodology because it's so simple, and if you can get it straight, you really get the deep answer. Now, when we look at the 4 circles of ikigai, it says very clearly, what do I love to do? What am I good at? I may love to sing, but am I good at it? I don't know.
It goes
And
with
can
me.
I be paid for it?
Huh.
Can I be paid for it? Right. And then the 4th circle, how will the world become a better place because of you? And I feel the 4th question is so important, because when I think of myself and I say, what is my legacy? What am I going to leave behind in the world? Right. If I can just connect with that and then connect the dots with other things that I love. So when I sat down and I did my whole ikigai practice, and I would say that I said, oh, I love listening to people. I love interacting with people. I love helping people. I love helping people get clarity in life. So that became what I'm loving.
Yeah.
What am I skilled? Am I good at it? Yes, because of all the courses I have done, all the experience I have. Yes, I'm good at it. Can I be paid for it? Yes, I can be paid for it. And does the world become a better place because of that? Yes, today the world needs more empathetic, kinder, and people who listen more than people who talk. So, am I going to leave the world a better place? When I put all of this together, for me, my ikigai came across very clearly. It said every single day, can I leave people feeling better than I found them? It's as simple as that. I find
Beautiful.
you in a next state. can I just make you a little happier? That's all my purpose is. And when I tie it up with a random act of kindness, I don't have to charge also for everything every time, because my purpose is to give back, right? So then you
Beautiful.
enjoy living. That's your clarity. So asking these questions to yourself. And, let me tell you, Sunny, it seems easy, but when you sit down to do this exercise, it may not be that easy, because we are, very comfortable being lazy in our thinking. We are lazy. Anything that requires effort, we try to wriggle out of it. We say, "Acha nahi, koi baat nahi, baad mein. Abhi to chal raha hai kaam, paise to aa rahe hain abhi." So we keep doing it. We keep pushing ourselves till it comes to a point when we are really fed up. So why wait for that to happen? Take that little effort
Yes.
and just work. Yeah.
True, true,
Mhm.
true. Go ahead, ma'am. I was
Yeah,
enjoying
yeah.
listening to
So,
you.
yeah. So that's just it.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
take that little effort. Stop being lazy about your thinking and
We
give
also,
yourself that
yeah, please, please.
pause. Yeah, that's all. Yeah.
So we also do this using
Hmm.
fingerprints. We come to
Hmm.
know what our personality is,
Hmm.
what our core is, what our talents are, different brain lobes having different functions. So we measure this ikigai. So
Hmm.
that also is another method, because reflection and lazy thinking. So we
Hmm.
kind of eliminate that hit and trial and stress of even thinking, because not everyone can think.
Of
In a
course.
way, we get confused. This or that, this or that. Mind
Hmm.
oscillates because mind is a monkey. So,
Hmm.
talking about spirituality,
Hmm.
what is spirituality for you?
Spirituality, and it's really amazing that you asked me this question. And probably this will be the first forum that I'm going to talk about it. I'm coming up with my book called Orange Robes and Rolling Pin. Now, this, I like that little confused expression on your face,
Yeah.
because this whole book
Thank you.
is all about finding spirituality in your household clutter, right? So to say ki I'm becoming more spiritual does not mean that I'm doing more meditation, I'm practicing more gratitude, I'm doing more of, jap, mantras, whatever, whatever. But it is about saying, am I becoming a better human being? For me, spirituality is about saying that, am I learning how to become a better human being? So spirituality is a way of life. It's not an end goal. It's not something that you say कि अच्छा आप 65 years के हो गए, चलो सब छोड़ देते हैं, अब चलो let us go into the Himalayas and meditate in a cave and become a spiritual person. It doesn't happen like that. Although the 4 stages that were defined by our Vedic literature was very clear that once you're 50, vanaprastha, just get out of your household clutter and go into the mountains. But now we can't do that. So, how do we make, or how do we become more spiritual people in our everyday lives, which is what Orange Robes and Rolling Pin is all about. And this is the first forum that I'm talking about the book. So I'm quite excited that you asked me that question. So, spirituality for me, in very simple words, is just becoming a better version of yourself. Whether I do it by being more empathetic, by being kinder, by practicing gratitude, by practicing a lot of forgiveness, by practicing different ways in giving back, that's spirituality for me.
Yes, yes. Loving it, and we are blessed. And I wish you all the best for your book.
Thank you.
And
Thank you so much.
it's beautiful. It's going to be useful for people of all ages, because
Mhm.
art of living is today, not after 50. 51, Vanaprasth is preparation for sannyas.
Yes.
So 51, I start preparing mentally. Oh, I have to go renounce from inside, not run
Mm.
away from house. And you brought a
Yes.
beautiful point. Hey, it is in the house and it is amongst the clutter and all. So good, becoming a better person every day. So how should I become a better person every day? I just need 3 tips for all ages. Teenagers are watching this, teachers and parents. 3 simple things. What?
So, three
Yeah.
simple things that I would say to become a better person is, first, to practice gratitude every single day. book reading of the Magic, more
Ma'am, can
than
you
eight
please
times.
repeat because there was some
Right.
internet.
There was
Yeah.
a lag.
Yeah.
Sure. So for me, three important things that we can do every day. First and foremost is to practice gratitude. So I started out in the month of July reading the book, The Magic by Rhonda Byrne, and I had quite a good response to it because that was my way of giving back in the pandemic times when people really wanted to hold on to some good things that they have in life. So gratitude is the first thing. So practicing gratitude every single morning, 5 things, 10 things that you're grateful for, learning that and doing that. Okay. Second, I would say is to practice silence, to give yourself 15 minutes, 20 minutes, not necessarily meditation. If you can do that, even better. And meditation is not about saying that I'm not going to have any thoughts. Meditation is to just say that I sit down and not do anything for 15, 20 minutes. That's meditation for me. So silence, practicing at least 15, 20, half an hour, dhire, you can increase that, but practicing silence, because only when you practice silence do you reduce the chatter, the monkey mind in our the monkey in our minds. We stop it from chattering, and you have to say, you know what, now sit down for 20 minutes. I'm not going to pay attention to you, so neither am I going to go into the past, nor am I going to go into the future. I'm just going to be here and now. So 10 minutes, like I said, start out with 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, move it up and say, for that much time, I will just be quiet. When I am quiet, I get a lot more answers rather than when I'm constantly talking, constantly thinking, I don't get those answers. So practicing silence or practicing maun for 15, 20 minutes. So that's, I would say, the second thing. And the third thing I would say is to practice forgiveness. Now, how do you practice forgiveness? It's not that you practice forgiveness once in 15 days, 20 days, koi workshop kar li, kisi ka kuch sun liya, fir acha chalo kar liya. It doesn't work like that. Just the way we take a shower every day, we clean our physical body every day, we need to also clean our energy body. And our energy body, which also has a lot of our thought patterns in it, they need to be cleansed every day. So yesterday, suppose somebody spilled something on you and it fell on your favorite t-shirt and you're annoyed about it. So you don't hold on to that thought of anger for years together, because then it starts becoming grudges. Then you start noticing more things about that person that you don't like. And it just keeps snowballing into something really big. Rather, when I sit every day and I say, I'm going to do a mental cleansing. So what do? I think about everything that I was a little irritated about, because one day before means you're just irritated. 5 days later, you're very angry about it. So when I'm just irritated about it, can I cleanse it out of my system? So practicing forgiveness on an everyday basis. So I would say those are my 3 mantras for becoming more spiritual, becoming more happier. So to say, start with your gratitude, practice mourn, and forgiveness.
SGF, silence, gratitude, and forgiveness.
Yes.
For a great life. Your happiest moment.
Loads of happiest moments, but if I were to give it a time frame, I think in this pandemic time when I did a lot of these book readings with them, I have been blessed with the response I have been getting almost every second day. Just in the morning today, another one of my participants sent me a screenshot of what she had written in her gratitude journal for her daughter's class 12 boards, and she had asked for 85% and now her daughter's got 95%. So she's taken the screenshot and sent it to me, saying that, it is because of all the magic, all the gratitude, and I owe it to you. And I told her, you owe it to yourself because you had that faith in you. So every day I have lots of these happy moments, lots and lots of these happy moments. Yes.
So let's keep giving, and I'm going to copy you now. Do magic. Because magic is a beautiful book. I also love that. Your favorite book, ma'am?
These are my Friday blockbusters because I am a voracious reader. So lots and lots of favorite books. In my fiction category, I have fiction and non-fiction. So fiction category, there's a book called A Walk to Remember which is my absolute favorite. And all where the protagonist talks about, it's all in the Lord's plan. It's a 14-year-old child who is saying that it's all in the Lord's plan. It is as
Very
as
good.
that, and that's my favorite non-fiction book. My fiction book. My non-fiction, like I said, is a Friday blockbuster, so it keeps changing. I love Ikigai. I loved Ichigo Ichie, which is a follow-up to Ikigai, which is beautiful because it talks about the power of now and how important it is to be able to be in the now. The magic, then Rhonda Byrne's The Power, a lot of her books. Right now, I'm my current favorite is Start With Why by Simone Sinek, which is what
Yes.
I've been making posts on because there's so much to learn, from every book. And then the 4-hour week. So many books. So my fiction, non-fiction, I really can't pinpoint and say, this was the one book which changed my life. No, there were lots of those books. That each book gives you something to keep adding to your, you keep connecting the dots and you say, Acha, I learned this concept here, I learned that concept there, and it all fits in together. So lots of them.
I was
But
about
I
to
hope
ask you.
I've
Hanji?
I said, I hope I've given a few names over here.
Yes,
Very
yes,
popular
yes.
names.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was about to ask you, okay, ma'am, your last final message, but I will not ask you. Because for me, it's all in the Lord's plan.
Oh, that's
So
all.
I think
It's
that
all
was
the
a
Lord.
perfect message which my heart wanted. And let's keep celebrating this life with that 14-year-old wisdom. It's all in the Lord's plan. So I thank you for your valuable time, so much
Thank
of
you. Thank you
wisdom,
so much. Thank,
lessons. Thank you so much. And you're a great speaker. Thank you so much, ma'am.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sunny. Loved talking to you. And I hope if even one or two people get inspired or pick up something, that's enough. Our job is done.
Ma'am, I believe whenever we speak something, the first listener is we, our own self. So we are the biggest beneficiary. And why be confused? One or two people, you are inspiring millions. You are Oprah Winfrey of India. So enjoy life. People are getting inspired. And the best part of digitalization is we put it on YouTube. This is legacy. And you spoke about it. The lives you touch, giving back. That was nice. I thought of her only. So thank you once again.
Thank you so
We'll
much.
keep in
Sunny.
touch and we'll keep learning, ma'am. Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.